Okay, recording.
Part
Very
2
good.
of Huachuma Wasi.
Part 2. Well, I thought it was a very good conversation we had, but I think we ran out of battery.
You did.
So we have to complete this.
Yeah, so where did we finish off?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly. But first, let's say good morning, everyone there.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, world.
And we'll just continue from where we...
I think the last thing we
stopped.
mentioned on the video was Huachuma gave me what I wanted,
But
not exactly what I needed. I just needed more time.
it gave you what you needed, but not what you wanted.
Oh, yeah, that's the way. Yeah.
That's the thing. So I think it's very important to kind of start from that and explain people first what is it you wanted, and then we'll talk about what is it that you needed to bring more clarity.
I guess what I wanted was, I was hearing Huachuma could be similar to a combination of mushrooms, ecstasy, maybe like LSD. So I wanted to have an experience where I could feel the highest highs, like I'm floating in the clouds, no sense of body, just pure blissfulness, peace, ecstaticness, through a slightly different way and a different feeling. A little bit of that is achieved, maybe like certain days and certain moments where I experienced it like 15%, 30%, 40%, but I didn't quite get there to that level that I was thinking. Then to answer the second part of your question of what it gave me.
Yeah.
So what it had gave was being in fight or flight and having the tenseness in my body. By the time I drank the cup of medicine, within say 5 minutes, I could feel it was in the system. This was after the second week, so I was becoming more aware of Huachuma flowing in the system. And then by the time we catch the car, and we go up all the way into the mountains, by that point, I could notice that there was a reduction in the tenseness and more like mood stability, calmness, that sort of thing. So it played its role over there. And definitely one of the things I recognize is Huachuma goes hand in hand with the sun. The sun and Huachuma, if you have that, you're having a really good day. What it taught me how to be present in the moment, to focus on my breathing. Actually, one of the things I had realized when I was under the experience was the times that I actually had more anxiousness was when I tried to stand up and move around too quick, and that caused more confusion inside my system. So then later on in the other ceremonies, I realized, no. Huachuma wants you to sit down comfortably, go inside of yourself, and let it work through you. So basically the mechanism of action that it had was it literally made me slow down, and if I tried to go fast, I wouldn't feel good. It'd be the opposite. So it literally showed me to slow down in life, to slow down and be in tune with the speed that it wants to show you, if that makes sense.
So does that help you with your social anxiety?
100%.
So is this something you can take home and practice every day?
Every single day. So even after this experience is finished, everything that I do is more at a higher consciousness level. From the way that I breathe, from the way that I talk to people, those sort of things have changed permanently.
So do you think this is more important than seeing dragons in the sky?
100%. This is much more better for healing than seeing wacky stuff happen. That's cool, but that's not where the real healing is,
It's not important.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing. What's important the medicine gives you. At that time. That doesn't mean it will be like this when you come back, but at that time, like right now, what's important for you is the healing.
Yep.
Is the way to learn to deal with social anxiety, so you can be adjusted to society, so you can live in a world and have relationships and work. That's what you actually need.
Mm-hmm.
What you wanted wasn't important, and we could go there easily, but not with your condition, because to go there I have to give you a bit more medicine, a little bit more dosage, and that would set off your anxiety. So we can't really overcome this unless you fix the anxiety and you're able to receive more medicine. You cannot go into the realm of bliss and pure magic, because you just will be set off, and then it's just not going to be a pleasant journey anymore. From that point, we'll have to get you out of this anxiety, and it's all going to be around that. You can't go past that if this is the issue. We need to heal it first. So healing, it's what you need. That's what you came here for. That's exactly what the medicine gave you.
It
It's very
delivered.
important.
Yeah.
It delivers. It's exactly. Because what's the point of seeing all these dragons and go home and freak out in a conversation with a potential client or girlfriend, or it's like it's like what this journey would be about.
Yep.
What difference that would make in your life? Nothing.
Nothing.
It just would be a memory. Oh, I went to Peru, I saw some dragons in the sky. Who cares, man? It means nothing.
Yep. Yeah, so Huachuma definitely delivered for what I needed while I
At
was here.
this time.
At this moment.
At this
And,
moment,
perhaps in the future, if I want to go further, I'll just have to rebook a time and make it again in the future.
Yes, when you already work through this anxiety and you're calm and you know how to easily control your mind, and then you can go deeper into the medicine, deeper into the mystical realm of Huachuma, which is above healing. Healing is the first level. It's just here. Like, we need to be healthy, sound, to receive higher consciousness. If not, you just can't. You can't be all messed up here and then like, I want to see God. No, you can't see God. God is here. I promise you that right now. It's everywhere. The problem is that we have walls between us and it. Call it God, call it universe, whatever, it doesn't matter. The walls are what we need to kind of dismantle gently and establish a direct connection. That's it. And in your case, the walls is the anxiety, which is, it's a serious barrier.
Yep.
So how you can go to the realm of ecstasy and spiritual consciousness and deep shamanic wisdom if you can overcome this barrier that is so vivid in your life. So right here, right now, this has to be healed first. And this is what the medicine gave you.
Yep.
It helps you to deal with it. Because the anxiety is there. It's not like it went away. It's there, and it will be triggered. But it doesn't matter, because as long as you know how to deal with it, how to work with it, okay, so be calm, and it doesn't matter, I know how to deal with it.
Yep.
And that's what the Huachuma was showing you in the ceremonies and teaching you how.
Management of how to deal with your mind and everything you're going through.
So it doesn't matter if you sit in the airport and you get socially anxious, or you in a plane or anywhere. It's like, okay, just do the same thing you did in the ceremony and you feel fine. And over time, I think the anxiety will just be overcome. It just won't leave you. It's just like, what's the point? It's like, it doesn't do anything. It's like, okay, it's like, I have overcome this. I know how to deal with it. It just will fade away, I believe.
Yeah.
But that's something you need to practice home. Practice every day, practice this, practice until it's just no longer an issue. And then when you come and when you center and you're not, your heart rate is not, racing, into the sky, we can
have a really good outcome.
Yeah, of course, we can do more medicine work and go into the spiritual aspect of medicine.
Yeah, so definitely I think one big part was doing the medicine over here, which showed me a lot of things. The second part is then processing, going back home, changing your environment, diet, following certain protocols, no more stimulants for another 6 months to a year, and hopefully the brain will reset. It has to.
It has to. The body
can't go
is
like this
strong.
forever. So.
Yeah, the body is strong. It's like it resets, but we need to help the body.
Mm-hmm.
You need to help yourself. Like, stop stimulating yourself if that creates anxiety for you. It's like, stop doing what is destructive. And reset.
I knew coffee was affecting me like a little bit, even when I was back home. But then when I came here, I really realized after a few weeks of, being out in the mountains and everything, how much even coffee affects your mind, or how much of a stimulant it can be. Sometimes we don't
Which
always...
is not even psychoactive, it's just a stimulant.
Exactly. Sometimes we don't really always notice because you may be in the shopping centres, you're around a lot of people, you think it's a normal thing. But when you separate yourself and you have the time and space to be in the quietness, you can really become aware of it,
You understand. You see yourself clearly. And you see how you operate in life, And that's the whole point of spending time in silence, in nature, when you can just look at yourself and see clearly what's there, and make better decisions to live a better life. That's really the whole point here. It's like the point is to find well-being, really, whatever that means to you. For someone it's just peace of mind. For others, it's a spiritual connection and insight. Whatever it means for you, but the well-being, a state of consciousness in which you feel centered and well,
content, at peace with oneself.
Like it just you feel good. You feel good to be you. You feel like you have arrived into the moment. It's like you're not rushing anywhere. It's like you're just living your life, doing the things you have to do, but you do it from the place of peace, deep inner peace.
And I think even when you have some form of psychedelics or Huachuma, sometimes in the past for people, what seems like a job or a chore, your way of thinking about it isn't so bad. So, the very same things that you might have thought as work before, you'll learn to enjoy that process more. Slow down, enjoy that process. Every single action you do, take your time, enjoy it, do it with love, and then your whole life becomes
a loving
beautiful,
journey.
a loving journey.
Yeah. But you see, this is important thing too. Is like there's a problem with that. How you can love a job that you hate? How you can love your life if 8 hours a day you give away to something you don't believe in? It's like that's a serious problem.
It's hard for some people because some people, they already have families, so for them to just quit their regular job, it's a difficult thing. But you just have to be disciplined and have that will and that focus, and just find something that you want to do in your life
before you have obligations. It's like you have a privilege, you have the advantage because you don't have a family yet. So it's very important to find your way in life in many senses, like in spiritual sense and in other senses. So when you have a family, you don't do things that you hate, because this is the energy you bring home. It's like you go, you spend 8 hours of the day, like the best time of your life. When you just wake up, you have all the energy, and you do things that you don't believe in. How you can be happy? How you can be happy when you come home tired?
I've explained
and you hate the whole day.
I've explained the same thing to friends and family. I said, this world and design of what we have, where people are working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day,
or more,
as a man to come back and see your family when you're tired and exhausted and stressed, to see your kids for 1 or 2 hours.
That's
what is
fortunate
that?
If you see them. That's a fortune. For many people, you don't. Like I have a friend from Moscow, like a very successful guy there, like makes all money there, just like, but when he comes and we talk, like, he's like, he had small kids now that they have grown, but he said like, I see my kids on the weekends, and I'm like, what, you don't live together? It's like, oh no, we live together, but I go to work before they wake up. I come from work when they're already sleeping. We only spend time on the weekend, and that really struck me. That was years ago, and I'm like, "Wow, that's not the life I want."
It doesn't make sense. It's
like
pure slavery, man.
You're enslaved completely by your job. You don't see your kids growing. It's like this is horrible.
Like a robot.
It's like you see them on the weekends. Like, man, how this is even possible? It's like in my world, it's not even. This is crazy.
Yeah, I know. I guess there's people that they bite the bullet and they accept, oh well, I guess this is the way life is, and same as you and same as me, there is no way in this world that we'll ever live a life like that, you know.
It's just like, oh, I understand the the obligations and you have to pay bills and we'll have it, but at what cost? At what cost? It's like, if what's the priority? I understand to make money, to pay bills is important, but at what cost? Of not seeing your kids growing?
And then not only that, you probably don't see your kids as often, and then when your kids grow up, that bond isn't as close as what you're
it's not there. It's not even there.
It's not there. When I was in the mines, we would work away for 2 weeks and then come back to the city, come back home for 2 weeks. And I was working with a guy from Sierra Leone, and he had like a son that was like around 10 years old. Bought everything for the son: bicycle, TV, Xbox, PlayStation, and all that. And then one time I went to his house, and the son looks at his dad like he doesn't even recognize or know who he is.
Just a guy who brings Xbox home. That's very painful. That's very sad. You can't buy love. You can't buy bones. I understand, but it's not. It's just not a way to live. It's like, it's too bad if you're already in that situation when you can't change things. That's very difficult, and I understand. But when you have an advantage to change your life before that happens. So when you engage with a woman and you ready to build a family, you're ready to give the best to them, and be a leader of your family, be a man, and do what you have to do, but not at expense of being with them. What's the point of that?
100%.
Then you're just a guy who pays bills. You're not a dad. I'm a dad to my kids. You see how we live.
That's right. I saw a video the other day. It said some of the men that live that life to just pay the bills, you're a wallet with 2 legs. That's what life becomes like.
Unfortunately, yes, and that can be to your wife too. You don't see your wife, you don't see. It's like, what kind of family is that? Father is always working.
Fortunately, I had all these sort of thoughts, and I had thought about it for the last 5 years, 10 years. If I was ever with someone in the future, like, I don't want to be working 12 hours a day to be with them for 1 hour. So in my 20s, I set myself up with a few investments of properties and everything. So that's step one, and that's cool. And then, if I was with my future wife or something, if we do decide to do work or business, it'll be something that we both enjoy and that we want to be there, And
exactly. It has to be aligned with your passion. That's how you reach happiness. You can be happy. Why do you think people are unhappy in life?
Because they're not where they want to be, and they're not doing what they want to do.
They're not aligned with their passion, with their calling. They do the thing they don't like, with people they don't want to be with, and it's everything opposite of what they want. And part
of the outcome of what you see from this is a lot of people end up getting older and they become alcoholics or drink alcohol. What used to be something exactly, and what used to be a drink to enjoy yourself, then becomes the very thing to dull yourself and numb yourself, just to.
So you move through your misery.
Deal with
from
the
Monday to Friday. That's exactly right. It's like, it's so simple. Happiness is so simple. There's so much talk about this. There's so much scams, spiritual scammers everywhere, gurus, teacher, come here, follow me for 20 years, I will lead you to happiness. It's such a fraud, 99.9%. Because happiness is just right now, right here. It's so simple.
You just need to be aware of it.
You need to be aware of who you are, what you want, and live a life of truth.
No gurus or mystics needed. None of that.
That's what it is. I can show you this in a week. Like, literally, I can show you this in a week. Like, literally. In a tree ceremony, I can just show you the whole truth of the world. The whole thing. Enlightenment right now, right here. Enlighten you. Well, the medicine enlightens you. I'm not. The medicine enlightens you, and I guide you through this experience to clarity. So together we're helping you to find clarity and happiness and everything that people want can be found in such a short time, you know.
Yep.
Just weeks,
Well-being,
few months,
connection,
you know.
love.
Yes, and then you maintain it in life, and then you have to make decisions that supports this vision. You know, you have to support this with your action.
Yep.
You can't just, Huachuma show me this. This is the path to happiness. Yes, but you have to go back and actually build this path.
Yep.
You have to make the changes. You have to stop being destructive. You have to stop wasting your time. You have to stop association with people who drag you down.
So the medicine is just to show you what your potential is, and then the second part is
It's
making
you.
the correct steps without anything else required. No medicine.
The second part
nothing
is
else.
you.
It's you making all the actions to create that life that you want.
Yes.
You know?
That's exactly right. That's how it works. That's how it works. The medicine shows you the way. What you do with it is up to you. You can just ignore it and go back to the old ways, but you know where they lead. Like, obviously, they didn't lead you to your happiness, you know. Or you can embrace the new vision, follow it, and find it. Because it's not like the medicine imposed on you anything. It just shows you your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know it's yours. It's like it just makes you see what's inside of you, and this is how you know what's good for you, what's bad for you. It's your knowledge. The medicine makes you see. It enlightens your inner vision. That's what enlightening is. It enlightens your inner vision so you can see the inner world, the interior of you, who you are. You know, so it's not like the medicine told you, quit your job and go do this. It's like it shows you your pain.
Yep.
If your heart telling you this is harmful and you cannot do it, then the medicine just shows you this, and then you decide whether you want to follow or not. Just an example, you know. But that's how it works. It's like it takes two to tango, really, and that's what it is. It's you following the teaching,
Yep.
and that is the teaching. It's not dogmatic. It's not nobody preaching you here. It's a silent understanding of reality.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is, and it's your inner knowledge that comes to surface.
That's what I like about it. That's what I like about this medicine. You figure out things for yourself, and you're
Exactly.
no middleman is needed.
Exactly.
No priest is needed. No guru. No nothing else telling you how to live your
I'll
life.
just make it all safe for you and guide you through it. That's it. And remove myself from your experience.
Mhm.
You know, while providing you support and my experience and my understanding and my guidance. You know, that's it. You are here to figure things out, and we can talk, and I can share with you my take on things, which you might agree, might not agree. You know, that's okay. It's all yours. You know, it's for you to decide. That's the whole power of it. That's why it's so powerful, because it's real.
Yep.
It's you find your way. We are here to help you. It's not like a guru who tells you, you know, follow me and believe in my beard or whatever. You know what I mean? Just none of that is here. You know, you find your own guru, your inner guru.
There's also something different about the medicine that you provided compared to the one that I made at home. And I think you had that saying where you said, anyone can boil
A cactus.
a cactus,
But not everybody makes medicine.
but not everybody makes medicine. And that's something I didn't understand or was aware of.
Until you can.
I was just thinking back home, I was like, alright, cut cactus, boil, you get a certain effect. But this seems to give you a different experience, man. So
That's right.
something you're doing makes it different.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's many factors in. You know, it's my dedication. It's my experience. It's many things that makes it what it is. You know, but mostly what makes my medicines me. It's my person. It's what I stand for, what I believe in. It's my lifestyle. It's how I am. I make the medicine.
Yep.
The medicine is just a reflection of me in the medicine.
You're saying every action, every way that you think, every way that you move is altering
It's
the experience
reflected.
of this sort of stuff.
It's reflected in it. You know, it's, you know, call it magic, because that's what
Truly what it is,
really, just what it is. It's just what it is, really. You know, so that was an important point to discuss, because, you know, I'm saying that even on my website, it's on my contact page right there, because it's important. It's important because some people, reading some trip reports and just silly stories and things completely untrue, and I want this, I want that. It's like, okay, but what about what's happening right now? Kind of bringing their attention to actually to what's happening in the moment. What's happening to you now? What's the medicine showing you now? Listen to it. Not what you just read online and you want to see some dragons in the sky, man.
That's another thing to mention to the viewers. Don't read too many stories or too many videos, because if you end up reading a lot of things about it being negative and darkness and being evil and all that, that can turn you off from doing or having this sort of experience. So, I can tell you it's not dark or scary or anything like that. So the best way to figure out these things is just put the stories to the side, experience it for yourself.
Have your own experience.
And
then have your own
judgment,
opinion, whatever. It's like then you know what you have experienced.
Yeah.
It's really, I had that happen a few times. Like people were, they came with expectations, and then the medicine was completely different, showing them completely different things, very important things, and they just couldn't see it because they were so locked into what they're supposed to see. They didn't really pay attention to what was shown, and what was shown was actually so important. Like life-changing. The things, when you realize they can change your life, they can change the way you think, like the way you are. So that's why I always say, like, this is why I always suggest people, like, you want to read something, read my books. I wrote 5 books for you from this experience. Read that. If you resonate, then come have the real experience.
Which book would you recommend to the viewers to read first? The Cactus of Sanity?
I don't know, it's a hard question. Because people in different places and there are different stages, different places. Some might benefit from this book at this moment, and other from this book.
Just depends where they are.
It depends where they are. Depends. Like, it's hard to say. It's like, I love all my books. They're all important. I love them all. Like my kids, I don't have favorite books. I think they're all important reads. To start from, I don't know, maybe start from the first one just to understand the person who's writing.
Exactly.
Path, seeking truth in the world of lies. That's my life story. I think it's important to kind of, if you connect with me through this book, then there is a good potential for friendship and, and a serious spiritual work, If not, then no, I'm not for you. If you're not for me, that's okay. And then kind of grow from there. Like, maybe a good one to say is like, okay, just read them in the order they were published, written and published, which is Path, then Masculine Confession, then The Cactus of Sanity, then That's in Hell, then Unplugged. That's one way to look at that, But definitely, if you want to read the whole thing. Don't skip through it, because you skip through, you don't know. You look for something specifically, and you just like missed out on so much. So
read
the whole
probably,
thing. Start, take your time, read.
I think that's what you're saying to Brian. Start again. Start from the beginning.
Yeah, because
skipping through the pages.
Exactly. He was like, let me find this Mexico. Okay, bro, but there is like so much stuff before Mexico. You know what I mean? So he understood that. So I'm sure he will read the whole thing. But that's one example. Skipping through, looking for some specific things, but then you miss out the whole. How things work out and understanding how they grow together.
You need the full context to understand
exactly.
what you're trying to...
What I'm trying to convey. It's not like, it's important. Like, that's why I say, and read it a few times. Because first time, many people told me like, I read first time, it was great, amazing, and then after a while I read it again and realized that the first time I didn't read it at all. Like, I found a whole new thing, a whole new world, a whole new dimension in the second reading. I think, I understand this. That's what I'm saying. Take your time. It's good books for you, for people.
Definitely.
I already understood that. I already experienced that. It's like, it already changed me. It's already transformed me. I'm sharing that with others, so that can help them. Don't skip through your growth. Like, you can't skip through your growth. Like, skipping through the books, it's like you can't skip through your growth. You have to grow. Like, when we're kids, we can't just become adults. You know, you go through the stages. It's the same thing here.
Yeah, it's like trying to learn maths, and instead of learning your 1+1, you're just skipping it and going straight to algebra. You're not going to understand how to do it, you know?
Exactly. It's like, you know, the last book might not even make sense to you because it's like, you know, it's just written from the perspective of almost 20 years of working with the medicine. You know, it's much deeper than it was before. So depends on you, depends on your perception and your
and
depth,
level of experience with these sort of things.
Yeah, so you can, like, depends how much. There's depth there. There's like layers. Like you can read, understand this, and somebody read, understand deeper. Depends on their experience too. So I'm trying to write in a simple way so people can just understand easily and digest and just straight to the point. I'm not using complex terms and words.
I heard a friend say that to me
know.
in the past. He said to me, he goes, sometimes simplicity is the highest form of sophistication.
I think it's good. You know, make it simple so everybody understands. And
Are you going to be
know.
writing another book?
I don't know. My wife doesn't like me writing more books because, like, writing a book is like disappearing for like 7-9 months from everybody. It's like, you know, it's like she doesn't like it. I don't like it too. I want to be with them. It's like, you know, and sometimes it's at night, you're sleeping and thoughts come at 3 in the morning. You have to wake up, right? It's like it's a commitment.
Yeah.
It's a commitment. So I wrote already 5. I mean, you know, already said a lot of things. I don't know. There might be more books. I don't know. But right now
Well, now put it on pause and
My
rest.
wife said, like, "Hey, just rest. Enough writing. We'll just be together." I was like, "Yeah, you're right. It's all right."
Right now it's family time. So
Yeah, exactly. Because you see, if you take 5 books and it's like you multiply this by average. Well, I don't know. Some books were like written 7 months, other 9. So I don't know. Let's say 8 months on average. Was it like 40 months? Man, it's like 3.5 years. I'm like writing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like this is like painful. This is sacrifice. I'm taking time from my family, sacrifice to people I don't even know. It's like I understand there is a need for that and kind of giving back to the world, and that's how I feel it's my service to humanity. Okay, that's all cool. I've done that, but how much more I want to take from my family? I don't take any.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe short writing. I like writing. It's just coming naturally to me, especially in the medicine. So maybe some short articles, something I can do in a day.
Yeah,
let it out,
maybe
know.
you can make a small one, like a 50-page instead of 500 pages or something like
something
that.
like that doesn't take me away from my family, because it takes away. It's like, and it's like you write and then you rewrite and you edit yourself and you think about this and you understand that I can say it better, I can go deeper. You know, it's a long process.
Yeah.
You know, so like Masculine Confession took me, I don't know, 6-7 months. Path was easier, yeah, first, but it's just my life story. It's just like, you know. But other books, you know, it takes a lot to think and to think it through. So I don't know. To answer this question, I don't know.
It's mystery sign at the moment. Excellent. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I like writing, and it's like it's my way to express myself, and you know, and if I have this kind of gift, then it's not right not to use it. It's kind of like disrespect to those who give it to you, God, Spirit, whatever you call it. But if you were gifted with something, it's a respectful way to
use your abilities.
to use it, you
Yeah.
know. So so I will find the form to use it without this becoming
Yeah, maybe in the future you'll find a
You
different
know.
form or format of how you're going to do things. So.
yeah, I still will be writing, because I do it well and people like it and it's touching people's hearts, but the form might change. I don't know, maybe some short writing, you know.
Well, short is also good, because there's a lot of people in the world that they're busy or they're working and they only have a short attention span, so this might serve it for
They
them.
might
you know?
serve, or they have like 3 minutes in a day to
Yeah.
read. I mean, that's very sad, actually, you know. It's like, you know, many times I heard from people like, "Oh, I would like to read, but I don't have time."
Mhm.
And I think about this concept, man. This is a scary concept. It's actually, you don't have time to read a book. What's your life then? It's like you're totally a slave to the rat race. Complete.
Some of them busy watching Netflix and TV and movies. Instead of that, they could be using that,
You could use this time.
but they're distracting themselves with other things.
You
So
know, but
it's
some
their own
people
loss.
don't even watch anything because they're busy working and then they're stuck in traffic, and then life can be very, very busy for in the city. It's just like we know how it is, and they are so tired at night that you can't even focus on the reading. You just come have dinner, and that's it, man. You're done. So, it's like it kind of brings us back to the conversation of how you want to live your life.
Yep.
Like, do you want to be a slave to the system, to your job? Or you want to enjoy your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I decided for myself, like long ago, that I'm out of the rat race. I left America. I'm done with it. That's it, man. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to live according to my heart, to my purpose, and period. End of story.
Yep.
I have created it for myself.
You've created that, and I'm trying to do the exact same thing as you right now. Basically, by the end of last year, I had quit my job, had enough of it. Waking up at 4 a.m. for somebody else with that stupid alarm clock where you wake up going, throw that rubbish in the bin.
Yes.
That's step one.
Step one. This is where the stress starts.
Mm-hmm.
This is poison to your soul. You wake up with alarm, like there's like crazy alarm. This is like you rest, your soul flies, and then this horrible, interruption, this noise coming and brings you back from this sweet.
The unnatural
dream.
noise. Yeah.
Totally unnatural. And it's like now it's stress. That's it. Oh, am I late? Now you just started your day from poison. So how it will go if it started like this already? I wake up with birds. I wake up with sunshine.
It's so beautiful, man. They're singing for you every single day.
They sing for me. It's like you're here. Yeah. They sing for me now, and for you. You wake up in peace, relaxed. You love your life. I love my day. It's another day to love. It's another day to be grateful. It's another day to be happy. That's how it is for me. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like this in life before, but I stopped. I broke this cycle.
Yep, I think sometimes
and created a new life.
Sometimes in life there's a little bit of sacrifice that we do have to make at the beginning. Then you have to come to the whole realization, then make the changes, That's what I've done too for the first 10 years basically of life. It's been a whole sacrifice of 20s gone to setting yourself up. But then I'm sort of doing life in reverse. A lot of people that I see in life is they enjoy their life when they're young, in their 20s. They buy a new car, fancy things, go on holidays, this and that. And then as they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, they're stuck working more to pay off more debt for things that they don't need, to impress other people they don't like. I lived it the opposite way around. Sacrificed the 20s, and I said, as I grow older in my life, I want life to get better and better. And it's possible and it's doable. You just got to make the right choices.
Of course, while you're young.
Yeah.
While you're young, of course. Like, how often you hear, I hear it from people actually, like from my guests, my father, he worked hard all his life, and then he wanted to retire and enjoy his time sitting in the beach. Yeah. And then he retires, and next year he died from cancer. Yeah. So all this, he worked all his life for a dream that never was realized.
Yeah. I think that was a generational thing that came from our parents, or from the mindset of men from that generation, that they're like, no, you work very hard all the time to the very end, then enjoy your retirement. The reality of it is, for most people that choose to do that, is you end up becoming 60, 70 years old. Okay, you've gone to the beach that day, and now you're like, now what? I'm tired, my body aches, I'm in pain, I've got arthritis, I'm not in good shape.
Exactly, you can enjoy life.
You can't enjoy life, so
So the point is to enjoy now.
Enjoy the now, because right now is the youngest and the fittest, most likely the healthiest.
That's it.
For a lot of us,
you can be more. Like you can maintain that through diets and lifestyle and exercise. You can maintain good health, but you're not going to be healthier. It's like if you're already healthy in your 30s, like you will be happy if you maintain that, and then before all the the stuff comes and pains and problems, and maybe if you maintain this life, maybe there will be no pain.
Exactly.
Look at these people here, like walking the mountain, 8 years old, 9 years old, walking up the mountain. You look at them, it's like, what? I can do it now. Yep. And they carry stuff on themselves. It's like, all doesn't mean sick, not necessarily. Yep. It depends how you live.
Drop the distractions in your life, drop the bad habits, focus on a life of diet, nutrition, fitness, looking after yourself and taking care of yourself. And all these diseases that we see in the world, diabetes, heart attack issues, and all that. It's just
Stress.
stupid habits. It's
Stress.
unnecessary. We don't need to go through that. And it's a lot of it's processed food and
No, of course.
all
there's
that junk as well.
There is like a chemical in the environment that makes you sick, but also your stress. It's a very serious problem. It's
Yep.
like you know how many people I had to actually heal from that here. People who like were in such a bad condition that all doctors were like, okay, that's it. Sorry,
Can't help you.
Can't help you. It's like stress, burnout, turn athletes, like strong young people in their early 30s,
Yep.
into vegetables.
I've heard you say that.
Fatigues,
Yeah.
like you can move, man. That's it. You don't have energy to live your life.
I've heard you say that on
Imagine.
previous videos. And to be honest with you, right now, from what I'm currently seeing on YouTube of what's happening in the world or America and the economy of everywhere, even in Australia, everything is becoming more expensive. Inflation is going up. It means people are going to have to work longer hours to get nowhere.
And longer years.
Yep.
Now they try. I think in France, they just raised the retirement age to like 67 or something. I'm not sure, but it's like years over of what it was, or 67 or 70. I don't know, but it will be everywhere. Can you imagine? You're 70 years old. This is like humiliating to your dignity. When you're old age, you already live your life. You should just relax and just enjoy every day. And if you don't have pain, better. It's like just enjoy your family, your kids, grandkids, life. It's basically you're already saying goodbye to life. At some point, that you're already like closer to the sunset than to the sunrise. Whatever it is. So can you imagine the humiliation when you're like fat and you don't have the same energy, and you have to go to work and sit and do something stupid when you're 70 years old just to pay your bill? This is so humiliating. Is this why?
Basically, the way that this system and government has set things up is suffering for the human race. And, really, you have to wake up as a person and say, I can't depend and rely on this system or government. That's why you have to use the early years of your life, in your 30s and in your 40s, to come up with an idea so that you'll be comfortable in your 60s or 70s. Because
and well,
and
healthy,
yeah.
so you can actually enjoy your retirement, wherever it is, sitting on the beach or doing whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like that's the whole point of this work, man. It's like to show you the path to health, to sanity, to happiness, to the real true connection, whatever that means to you. Family life, business, whatever, it's all good, but to avoid, a situation when you're on your deathbed and you kind of living the world with regrets, man, this is like the worst thing that can happen to you.
I think
dying in regrets that you haven't lived the life as you should.
You don't want to get old and be an old grumpy man and then be
angry,
depressed, angry at the entire world. The whole day.
Yeah.
I think the goal is hopefully you want to get older, age gracefully,
happy,
and smile and be happy and laugh with everyone before you kick the bucket.
Exactly, and it's like, hey, I've done good life, and this is your turn now.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I want to go. Not in regrets.
To be comfortable, to make your children's life a little bit easier than what you had. Give them the upper hand.
Of course, much more easier, much more happier. Allow them to find themselves and make their path in life, but with the help, with help that I didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing. It's like breaking the cycle of misery, poverty, suffering.
Break the generational curse.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I see it. That's how I write in my books. And that's like a big thing. Like this is a big thing. This is not a small. This is not seeing dragons in the sky, man. This is serious stuff. This is transforming your life. This is like alchemy, a real alchemy.
And the rest of the family change. So you live more happy. Your kids live a bit more happy. Then their kids live a little bit more happy because you've shown them the right way of how to live.
I'm the one to make it happen in my family line. I'm the one to break the cycle, to break the curse. Why? I don't know why. Because I can, I guess.
Because you can, because your mind and your heart sees a better way,
Yeah. And help is coming. When the help is coming. You're not alone in this fight. There is help. There is invisible hand, and there is help coming from spiritual dimension. When you align with your true purpose.
So when we're aligned, you're definitely guided.
You're guided. You get opportunities in life and right people crossing your way, and just you get help. you know. But when you live your life like a zombie, what's the point to send you help? You will not see it anyway. It will be wasted, you know. And you're on your phone all the time. Like, what's the point to send a woman to your life?
Exactly.
You will not even see her. It's like, you know, I'm on my Facebook here.
That's why we've got to have conscious, mindful living way of life.
To see what's in front of you, to be present right now, what's in front of you, and live every day like that. And it's just, there is so much joy in it, you know. It's so much peace in it. It's like so much peace just to sit in the garden and just be quiet, or talk, or whatever. But when you're conscious of yourself all the time, it's like whatever you do is good. You know, I'm enjoying my life right now talking to you. Like, you know, even though we focus on some subjects, but I'm aware of the mountains, I'm aware of my life, I'm aware of all the changes in my life, I'm aware of my childhood at the same time right now. It's like all 4 countries where I live, it's like everything. It's like the whole thing right now happening while we focus on this conversation, you know. So just that's what Huachuma does best. It just expands your consciousness, makes you aware, makes you up from a dream. That's what it does. So if that's what you want, you will be given that. If you show commitment and trust and sincerity for this work, you will be gifted with the love.
You'll reap the rewards and benefits.
Yeah, exactly. You will be given more than you thought, you know, and definitely what you need, which brings us back to where we started. So, okay, so maybe you want to say something to people?
Yeah, so also part of being over here, you know, you're going to meet Sergey and his family, great people, and you're going to meet other people along here that you'll be friends with from different countries that you'll most likely keep in touch and even one day visit. So these are people that you meet that have similar intentions to you, whether it's healing or a better way of life. So you meet similar-minded, spirited people. So
like-minded, yeah.
Like-minded people.
And people with whom you share sacred space. That's what creates the bond. Mm-hmm. Like, you share the sacred experience. That's it. It's a soul level. Mm-hmm. Like, this is your community. These are your friends. Because other people will not understand you. Yeah. They will not understand you. Yep. People who have not experienced this, they will not understand. They can hear your words,
they won't get
your description, all you want. You can say all you want, but they're like, okay, I don't know. Sounds good, but I don't know. Until you experience, you don't know. Because this is where the magic is.
Some things cannot be told or explained. Some things have to be experienced for themselves.
For sure. That's exactly right.
That's what I had heard from Osho. It goes, to know the truth is to experience reality as it is. And
yeah, I think he said it right.
I think this allows you to have that sort of experience.
Exactly, and then you know, and then you share that with others, and then there is understanding.
Yeah.
And then through this space you make decisions in life, you know. So sounds good. Well, it was really good having you here, and
thank
good
you
to see your
Thank you for having
progress,
us here, man. I think
you know?
it's we'll remain connected on Instagram over the years and all that.
Yeah, of course.
And
of course. Hopefully to see you back.
Yeah.
For actual magic, because the research is the gateway to.
Will you still be doing this in another 10 years, do you reckon?
Man, I will be doing this until my last breath.
All right.
I'm here. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. That's who I am. You know, as long as I breathe and can walk, I will be doing this. You know, so just work on important things. Work on what the medicine showed you, and you know, hopefully your anxiety just goes away over time, and you already feel so much
I think
better.
it will. Already.
So much better.
A lot's changed. So
a lot changed. So just practice this. Practice this, and when you come back, then I'll give you more medicine.
Thanks, man.
And this is where all the magic.
Thank you, sir.
Then you see what you want to see. Yeah. Then you actually see what you want to see. You know, because what needed to be healed already healed. So now, okay, what do you want now?
One more trip.
What do you want now? Now it's like one day one, but you have to be ready for this. Like you have to be right and ripe, which means you can't bring anxiety into this world. It's just pure trust, pure self-control, and like, okay, show me the magic. Mm-hmm. And then the magic comes.
When I'm ready,
you owe to yourself, you know. It's like, I try to show you like a little bit of that, and you have seen that for sure. But to an extent.
To try to let the audience know, it's like when you feel a little bit of that ecstaticness, expect to have your arms out, feeling the sun glowing and shining into you, and you'll have energy just radiating out of your body of just positivity and love. So
that's what we
that's
are.
what you get.
That's what you get, you know. But to get to this place, to like on a deeper level, when you complete just letting go and surrender and become it, you need more. You just need more trust and more healing.
Yep.
That's what I would say. When you're completely done with all this mind stuff, then just like let's go into spirit. Just, you know,
Burst into it. Yeah.
just burst into existence, you know, without having your anxiety there holding you back, your fears holding you back, your depression like asking for help, you know, all this is done. It's like that's it.
That's the beginner level.
That's like a beginner level, of course. That's exactly what I'm saying always. Shamanic experience, you know, healing, it's the beginning, it's entry point. You enter into the space, you need to heal, you need to be well. Then, when you're well, you can experience mystical states of consciousness and God, whatever you call it. You know, you can't skip that point. But for many, unfortunately, it's all about healing, and that's just limiting. It's not true. It's not correct.
So do you
it's a
think
starting point.
Do you think originally with like ayahuasca and with Huachuma, originally its purpose is to show you the mystical experience, but
it has to heal you.
What's happened in the West is we're using it to treat it as a medicine to help heal people.
Yeah, because everybody's sick.
Place, you know?
Because everybody's sick. Look, people on antidepressants, anxiety, fear, depression, it's prevalent. So it's like, what mystical experience you talking about? Like you can make. You can live from Monday through Friday without thinking about killing yourself 5
bullet in
times.
your head, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what's mystical? It's like, how about we just take care of this first, and then if you want to take it deeper into mystical realm, then of course. But first, you need to be well. You need to be functioning, function in life well, do your things. You know, be strong, be calm. You know, and then okay, you want to see what's there, like behind the matter, into the world of spirit.
Behind
we can do it.
Behind the curtains.
Yes, behind the curtains, of course we can do it, but when you're already better. That's why the medicine heals you first, and then takes you farther if you want. For many people, they don't want. They just, okay, I just want to get my depression out of the way. Okay, you get that. And then they're happy living their life with depression, and that's understandable. You know, it's understandable. Living in darkness of your mind all the time, being miserable and scared all the time, it's horrible place to be and horrible way to live your life. So for them, it's like they don't care like to understand spiritual dimension or like
nature of
sacred,
reality, sort of
wisdom, exactly, nature of reality, or to find God between atoms. Like they don't care. They just want to stop thinking about killing themselves and have a good day. You know, that's it. So I understand. That's fine. It's not different needs.
Everybody's calling is different.
Different, exactly. So the medicine starts from healing, and you want to go deeper, we can go deeper. If not, that's okay. You're already better. So.
Once again, thanks very much, Sergey.
Of course. It's great having you here.
And we got a message to the viewers. Okay. No fear, Huachuma is here, and also Sergey.
Oh, that sounds good. No fear, Huachuma is here.
Yeah.
No fear, Huachuma is here. That's good. You know. So, maybe that would be the.
You got to make that a title or
of this
somewhere.
Video.
Maybe.
No fear, Huachuma is here.
Yeah.